Hi, I'm Jenna, also known as RetroLemon, and this is episode 119, I believe. Real quick, we'll talk about knit-alongs. Before we talk about knit-alongs, I better say hi. I'm so wrapped up in my thoughts of getting everything talked about today. Big hello and welcome to any new viewers, and a big hello and thank you to all returning viewers. Now we can talk about knit-alongs. So our May Love Your Stash knit-along has had several entries, which is so awesome. Everything from like dishcloths to blankets to toys to everything. So it's so awesome to see a wide range of variety and people using their stash. So there's still time. This is May 21st while I'm recording this. Let's double check that. May 21st, yes. So you still have over a week to get things in, or get things finished up if you have started them this month, because they must be knit between May 1st and May 31st. They must be made from stash purchased before May 1st. I will totally let April stash slide in. I'm totally cool with that. It's just about using some yarn that you've bought, and now let's put it to use, because I know many of you out there are like me, and you had full intentions of, I am going to buy this yarn and I am going to knit this pattern and I'm going to do it soon, and sooner turns into later, sometimes much later. So let's get those in. So we have two sponsors of the knit along. I always give prizes away in order they come in the door, or in order that they are offered up. So the first pattern is from Catwings, which is a designer who has a wonderful variety of patterns, lots of socks and such, especially super cute sock patterns. So check her out. She's Catwings on Ravelry. I think it's Catwings Designs. So she's offering up a pattern to a viewer, and then I got contacted by Erin, and she is from Bling Your String, which I think is adorable. Cute name. So here's the business card. Focus on the business card. Hopefully that'll focus. Anyways, Bling Your String, Erin. She is a designer and yarn lover. So it says on her thing, stitch marker rings and other accessories, to accessorize your pretty strings. So super cute card. And so what she has offered up, which is super awesome, is a notions pouch, some stitch rings, some little stitch markers, and I love that these are closed rings. Like there's no little notch in them where your yarn can slip through or get caught. And then a stitch buddy. So it is a dual purpose stitch marker used on your needles or on a stitch. So it's cute. It has a little opening where you can open it to put it over a stitch, or it can stay as a solid hoop and you can slide it on your needle. So she is offering up your choice. She's going to go and let you pick from what's in her shop. But she was so super generous that she sent me a set. She let me go and pick a set, which was totally not necessary, but 100% absolutely appreciated. And when I was looking, I was like, OMG, I have to have that stitch case because it has kitties on it. And there's a kitty on here that I noticed who looks like my Ringo kitty. Look at that. It is an orange kitty and a green sweater. My two favorite colors all in one. And so there's all kinds of kitties wearing adorable sweaters. Sorry, my throat's a little dry. Little kitty prints. So I'm kind of obsessed with my cat right now, if you haven't noticed, if you follow me on Instagram. So she sent that, and then she sent these cute little stitch markers that are on here. There's little beautiful beads and a little kitty like batting at a ball of yarn. I'm like, I cannot wait for the next project where I need stitch markers, because these will be used ASAP. So I love these. See if you can see them. If I quit shaking them. Jeez. Alright, hopefully you're getting that. Ooh, one slid right off my knot. So then, like I said, there are these really awesome stitch markers. It's 25 5mm stitch markers. So like I said, really cool because they have no opening. They're closed stitch markers, so they are snag free. That was the word I kept thinking of that wasn't occurring to me. Snag free. Super awesome. And then the cute little Stitch Buddy, which there were so many cute ones. I was like torn between like the turtle and I think there was a duck, but then I'm like, there's a kitty, and while it doesn't necessarily look like either of my kitties, I'm like, I got a kitty bag. I should get a kitty Stitch Buddy to match, right? So super cute kitty. It kind of looks like one of our old cats that we used to have. So it is a little white and tan kitty. So super cute little Stitch Buddy. Super, super generous. Thank you so much, Erin, of Bling Your String. Really, really appreciate it. I can't like even begin to stress that enough. So the winner's going to get to go and pick, and she's going to ship direct to you. Which I love, because, you know, she's going to have to ship it to me for me to ship it out. So, and then you get to pick. I always think it's so much fun to pick. So, okay. Finished objects. I do have some finished objects. One is off camera. I got my toy design finished, worked out. It is to testers. So as soon as I hear back from testers, it'll be out, like ASAP. And then, so what I'm going to do, so you guys get to hear about this first, because I'm not posting it in the group or anywhere until it's ready to go. So just a heads up. I am going to put out the new toy pattern and the new shawl pattern pre-order on the same day. Now I'm going to do like I did last year, where the shawl pre-order, you're not going to know what it is. It's just going to have like a picture that I choose with writing, and it'll say, you know, Retro Lemon Shawl pre-order or something like that. Like I did last year, when you get something, you're just going to get a blank page, no pictures, no details, nothing. Well, you're going to get details. You're going to get yarn, needle size, gauge, you know, all that kind of information. But you're not going to get any pattern until I come back from the Knitpocalypse retreat. So, I would load it at the Knitpocalypse retreat, but I don't have a laptop or anything to take with me. And I have not found a way to load a PDF from my phone onto Ravelry. So, so there will probably be, people will probably Instagram pictures maybe. I don't know if people still post a plurk. I don't really. But, so, I mean, there will be, if you don't want spoilers, if you want to be truly surprised, you might want to skip social media for that weekend, because it is going to be shown off Friday at the Designer Showcase. And then when I return, if I can get it out Sunday night, it'll go out Sunday night. If I'm dead tired and it slips my mind, it won't go out till Monday. So I'm going to put on the pre-order that it'll be out Monday, but you might get it earlier. Anyways, if you buy the toy pattern and the shawl pre-order, the shawl pre-order will be on sale for $5. If you buy them together, you will save $1 on the toy as well. So you'll get 2 for $10. So in the long run, you'll save $2, because when the toy's released, it'll be $6. When the shawl is officially released and revealed, it'll be $6. And it will be $6 starting that Friday that it's released at the Zombie Knitpocalypse, only because I don't want people going, oh, now I know what it looks like, I'll buy it. And the discount, the $5 instead of $6, is a way to thank you for having faith in me and taking a chance buying a pattern before you even have any idea what it looks like. So that's my thank you to you as an incentive to buy unknown. But I am so happy with it. I love it so much. The response from my testers has been amazing. A few people at the LYS have seen a sneak preview, because I was working on it while I was there in my efforts to get it finished into testers. And because I'm not going to do the pre-order release until I know from everybody that everything's good. So far I think we got all the bugs worked out. There were just a couple teeny tiny things, like nothing big. So, okay, finished objects. So the one I can show you, since I can't show you my toy samples, I got done my Stitchosaurs Team Mascot Challenge. So, for those of you not participating in the Eat, Sleep, Knit Yarnathon this year, we're all divided up into teams. So there's 4 teams. I am on Team Stitchosaurs, which I'm so pumped because I love dinosaurs, like hardcore love dinosaurs. So happy to be a Stitchosaur. So when you hit, I think it was the 5-mile mark, you got a mug, which if you've watched in the past, you saw. You got a mug with the logo on it, and you got a bunch of mini skeins of Lorna's Laces Sport with the pattern for this. And the pattern's on Ravelry, free download. But you got the yarn to knit it. So this quarter, from April through June, the team challenge was to knit something of your mascot. So you didn't have to knit your square, but you had to knit something, like a Stitchosaur had to do something dinosaur related. There's Robo Knits, they had to do a robot. Octopearls had to do an octopus. Fiber Monkeys had to do a monkey. And so on. So I thought, well, and the yarn has to be purchased from Eat, Sleep, Knit. I mean, that's the thing. So I did this because it was a kit and I got it free and it was yarn from them. And I did want to do it because I thought it was super fun. But boy, do I suck at color work. Like hardcore. This is like, this is why I don't do this very often, because I am not very good at it at all. So I do better in the round than back and forth, for sure, because I definitely pull a little too much on my turns. But here it is. So then they are having a special thing that if you knit one mascot for each team, so I would have to knit this plus 3 other things, a robot, an octopus, and a monkey, you get a bonus prize. So eventually I hope to do that. I have till the end of June. But I want the bonus prize, right? It's like a free goodie. You don't know what it is, but I'm all about the free stuff. So that's my only other FO that I can show. As rhyming. Works in progress. I have a couple to show you. Ooh, I knocked one bag over. I'm just sitting here. So this has not gotten too much love. A little bit since the last time I recorded. So I got the straps all done. The straps are way stinking long. Like, it said 8 inches, and when I read 8 inches for straps, I was like, oh, so it must go front to back. You must attach it. No. It's 8 inches in the front, and then you're supposed to knit the back piece, which is what I'm working on, and do 8 more. I'm like, there are no straps that need to be 16 inches. Seriously. So I'm going to probably end up ripping them back. I know I'm going to end up ripping them back, for sure. Because it's ridiculously long. Like, I could put it around my neck like this, like a halter top, and it still would hang down way too low. Or about, I'm like, it's ridiculous. So that's the front. I think I was working on the front, or just finished the front last week. I don't know that I got to the straps yet. I can't remember. So now I'm working on the back. I'm just getting ready to divide, or no, that's the back. I'm sorry. This is the back. They have you do the back and then the front. So now I gotta go and do some shaping for the front and then knit 8-inch straps. Not knitting that long. Oh, here comes Alice. I forgot to close the door. I don't know if you'll be able to see her. What you doing? Huh? You see puppy nose? Ah. Okay, go to your bed. Go to your bed. Well, then you gotta lay down and be quiet. Ooh, bless you. Alright, go to your bed. Go on. Go lay down for now. We'll go play in a minute. For a few minutes. Good girl. So anyways, this is my Palmer. It is by Alicia Plum. Or Alicia. I don't know how she pronounces it. It is knit in Knit Picks Stroll Tonals. So it is Thunderhead is the gray, yellow is Golden Glow, the green is Springtime, and the blue is Blue Yonder. So the Golden Glow is discontinued, otherwise they're all still in the line. So it's getting there. I kind of fell out of love with it when I got kind of discouraged with the straps. And I know other people, I went and read notes, and some people, like, I'm looking at the straps going, there's no way those are like 16-inch straps. Like from one side to the other, it's going to be 16 inches. That's ridiculous. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, there's no notes. Nobody's done any modifications that they've noted about. And then one girl was just like, oh, the straps came out a little long. And I'm just like, okay. So I was like all pumped and excited about it, and then the straps just disappointing, I think, because I was so excited about it. Like I thought, this is going to be such a quick knit. No, not as quick as I thought. And I've kind of fallen out of love with it. And then I started something new. I know, right? I shouldn't be starting something new now. It is the L'Envelope by Sally Melville. And it's so funny because I started this. So, okay, little backstory. I was helping out at the LYS and a couple months ago, like 2, maybe even 3 months ago, a lady came in, was wearing one of these in Noro, and it was like reds and tans and blacks and whites maybe or something like that. Very chic. She looked very chic. She was a tall, slender woman in nice crisp jeans and a white tailored poplin shirt and one of these over. Just so chic. We all like were in love with this thing at the shop. Like we talked about it for weeks. So then, you know, it kind of died down, but I did get yarn for it at the beginning of this month. And, because we keep talking about it, like, you know, but it's like, I don't know, the you know, infatuation with it was kind of dying down. So then when I was at the yarn shop Friday, a yarn rep came in, and she had one on, and it was done in like tonals of blues. Once again, looking super chic, gorgeous. It was really cool seeing it in a variegated rather than a stripe. And it wasn't like variegated. It was tonal. It was like blues. Like a medium blue to deep blues. Gorgeous. So I went home Friday, finished up what I needed to do on my toy sample, and immediately cast this on. I'm so in love with it. So I don't know, then I went and as I started this, I'm reading comments from the designer. And the designer is all like, I do not, like capital letters, not recommend using a striping yarn. I'm like, oops. I mean, I saw it the first time in a striping yarn. So that's what I bought. And she's all like, don't do stripes. Oops. Oh well. So anyways, I'll put it on. It's still on. I'm so close to being done. Like I was doing everything I could this morning to get as far as I could. And I still have like 12 more rows. I think 12 more rows in the bind off. And then not a lot of end weaving in. It's more end weaving in on my part. And I'll explain that. So, wait, no, it goes like this. So it's kind of like a poncho, but not really. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like a poncho, but it's not a poncho. It's not a capelet. It's... So, okay. So it kind of folds over here, and it's pretty much one piece, except where these stripes are. You pick up here and you add it on. Other than that, it's one piece, and you bind off and fold over, and it's kind of like a little origami, but the diagrams I thought were really great. So you have kind of one sleeve, one armhole. I did already seam it up through here. I'm like, is it? Oh, it's tucked up in the back. There. So it's like, woot. You seam right here just a little bit, and then it opens. Leave it open a bit. And this kind of folds down. And this stays open. And what else can I say? Can I say and anymore? I think it's really fun. I really like it. I'm really happy with it so far. I am a little worried about the fiber content. That's where I worry. So it was originally knit in a wool. The ones I've seen were knit in a wool. One was knit in Noro Curion, and one was knit in something else. That was the girl, her sample was a super, super soft merino, 100% merino wool. So I'm knitting mine out of Plymouth Kudo. It is 55% cotton, 40% rayon, and 5% silk. So it's hand wash, flat dry. It is color number 42. So 42. So I worry about it stretching. I worry about the cotton stretching. I hope it holds its shape. Now I'm doing the seed stitch one. There is a garter stitch one. Every time I looked at the finished projects and the ones in the pattern that were garter, I just don't like them as much. And I thought, since I'm a bit concerned about the yarn stretching, that the seed stitch will give it more structure. So otherwise, I'm super, super excited about it. I cannot wait for it to be done. And I am seriously considering about knitting a wool one. And I think I'll do it in a solid. I kind of want like a solid medium gray. Because all the solid medium grays, because a lot of people have done gray, look very chic. But the red ones, there's people that have done it in red that is so gorgeous. And I just can't wear red. At least I don't think I can wear red. Not well, anyways. So, super cute and super easy. Like, I cannot tell you, this is so stinking easy. I was a little intimidated at first because the pattern's kind of long, but it's only because you have options, like with the garter stitch and the seed stitch, and then you have to swatch, and you have to go by your row gauge, and you have to have a gauge between X amount of stitches to X amount of stitches, and then you follow the pattern for whatever gauge you got. So I got the smallest gauge, which I was happy for, once again, for the structure. I was afraid if I went and got a looser gauge, I wouldn't have the structure and it would definitely hang. So, I mean, simple, really simple. Some picking up stitches, short rows, knit and purl. That's really it. And I have learned the hard way, when it tells you to cast on a certain way, do it that way. Because it called for a crochet cast on, and I was like, crochet cast on. Yeah, I should have done it, because you pick up stitches on the back side where the cast on edge is, and it's really hard to pick up the stitches, especially using a yarn that doesn't stretch. They're very tight, and I actually had to pick them up on a size 4. I'm using a 9. And then knit off of them, off of the size 4 for a little while. Because there just wasn't enough. My cast on was a bit too tight for what I needed it for. I mean, it wasn't too tight in general, just the picking up of the stitches. I definitely should have done the crochet cast on. I just don't like doing it. That's all. It's not that it's hard or that I don't know how to do it. I just don't like to do it. And I was like, psh, I'll long tail cast it on. Yeah, now I know that there was a reason. I guess I maybe should have known. And it's kind of neat because, like, when you take it off, and kind of this is kind of what it looks like. So it kind of is deceptive in its looks. So, like I said, hopefully it's not going to stretch too much. It kind of, I think it's the cotton yarn. It doesn't smell the best, so I'm definitely going to wash it in some soak and leave it to the knitting gods and hope that it doesn't stretch. Please don't let it stretch. Please, please, please. So that is l'envelope. And I had grabbed 4 skeins of the Kudo, and I'm only going to need 3. Now the reason I was saying that there was ends to weave in, as I was coming, you start up the back, over and down the front. When the yarn ran out, I didn't want my color changes to end so abruptly. So I had to go and wind the next skein and kind of pull out until I hit the same color. I'm like, on the back, I wouldn't have cared. On the back, there actually, where the yarn, where I joined the second skein, it kind of jumps a little bit of a color, but the transition's pretty smooth. But I didn't want that on the front. I didn't want it so obvious. And then when I started, like, kind of the sleeve-ish area on the side. I just started where the skein left off at the bottom of the front. So, but I'm super excited. I really, really like it. Like I said, it's super easy. It definitely, I think, looks more intimidating than what it is. And it's going so fast. I started it Friday night, and this is Wednesday, right after lunch. And almost done. And I've knit other things. So, let's see. What else do I have? I guess that's it for works in progress. I have not touched. I got to get back to my loom. I have to get that scarf done really soon because it's a gift. I need to get that tank done. I really haven't touched it much. Way more. But I do have some Yarny goodness to share. Because when it comes to Desert Vista Dye Works, I have very little restraint. Especially when there's a coupon code. So all I can say is out there is a coupon code. Good till the end of the month, but you'll have to go find it because it's not from me, so I don't feel like I can really throw it out there rightfully. So what I love about Desert Vista is, and sometimes what I don't love, I wish you could order any colorway at any time, but I totally understand why you can't. Absolutely. I mean, that would be way overwhelming, but what I love is that they come back around. So every year, like, the May colorways get revisited. So you might have to wait a year, as I've had to do with this, but it was so worth the wait, and I'm so glad I was able to get it. So this came out last year in May, and it's called Proud as a Peacock, and I love this colorway. I totally, I wanted it when it came out, and I totally kicked myself in the butt for not getting it, but I couldn't swing it last year. So it is Desert Vista Dye Works. It is her Viso base, so it is 75% superwash merino wool and 25% nylon of a fingering. You get approximately 462 yards, which is quite an output. This is my all-time favorite sock base. Hands down, absolutely love it. It has worn and washed better than any other sock base I have. All of my socks look just as crisp and beautiful as the day I knit them. And there's just some socks I have, I wear them and the bottom's felt. I totally always think it's funny when someone's like, yeah, I wore a hole in my socks. I'm like, how do you do that? And it must be because I wear slippers or shoes or something. I don't like to wear my hand knit socks on the bare floor, but I have a hardwood floor and I always worry about, I don't know, it wearing on them, I guess. So it is a self-striping. There is a deep purplish blue, a bright electric blue, a nice deep sky blue, a lime green, a brown, almost like a sagey kind of deep green. It's just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So glad I was able to get one. So I'm super excited. There's the colorway. Let's see, Desert Vista Dye Works. Proud as a Peacock. And I'm like, well, since I'm ordering one and there's a coupon code, I had seen this on Ravelry and on Instagram, and I was like, ha 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 ha. So this is the same Viso base, so 75% merino, 25% nylon, self-striping in chocolate zombunny. So totally not my typical colors, but seeing it knit up, total drool worthy. So there's a lighter brown and a darker brown with little pops of green and purple and pink and gorgeous. So I'm like, well, I will treat myself. Since I'm trying not to eat so much chocolate these days, I can have chocolate body socks. So the Proud as a Peacock, I want to go skein that up and knit it right away. And this I'm like, okay, it might wait till next Easter. It's not going to go bad. I need to knit my other zombie socks. I have a fall one, Zombies in the Leaves, or Zombies Jumping in the Leaves, that I need to get knit for fall. Absolutely. I could buy almost every colorway. And I would if I could afford it. So love, 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 love my Desert Vista self-striping socks. She has some variegated, some gradients and stuff like that, but my heart belongs to the stripes. I have learned anymore, I don't like knitting sock yarn that's not striped. I'm bored with it. I was going to bring my cup of tea and I forgot. Okay, so real quick, I said I had a couple magazine reviews. I know reviews are not everybody's favorites, but you know, I got these handed to me after the shop owner went to TNNA. She let me go through and pick out some ones that I would want, mainly because she has a subscription to most knitting magazines, so they were duplicates for her. And I think, you know, it's kind of a consolation since I didn't get to go, but I get to share them with you. So it kind of is a win-win for all of us. So this is Creative Knitting Summer 2014. And I'm going to drop one. Okay. So the first thing I noticed, it's a summer issue. I think a lot of the garments use too heavy of a yarn for summer. But that just might be me. Let's see. Okay, I did like this one. This is one of the ones that I liked the most. Although I think it does get a little asymmetrical and I would even it up. Unless if it is actually the right... Alice, it's not nice. It's not polite to yawn in people's faces. Go lay down. Go on. Go lay down. You gotta lay down here and be quiet. Can you lay down here? Lay down. Alright, hopefully she'll behave. Because she's the household busybody. So I did like this one. It's a cute light lacy tank. It is like a V-neck that kind of wraps with a feather and fan bottom. Somewhere here it does say who does that. So it's Cirrus by Sandy Prosser. There's another shot of it. Super cute. So that is a nice lacy one. Now there is a shot. Oh, please don't lick me. Not now. Go lay down. Go to your bed. Go to your bed and we'll go outside when I'm done. So there is one, Ocean Breeze by, S-U-L-E, Sewell, Kaya, K-A-Y-A. I'm totally butchering it, I'm sure. Now, it's a pretty light, airy shawl. I totally get Ocean Breeze. And it looks like it uses, like, I'm not saying it's Lion Brand homespun, but it looks like it. It's not. It is Queensland Collection Sweet Pea. Anyways, with really heavy tassels. I'm not a fan of tassels as it is, but those are some pretty heavy tassels, I think, for as light of a shawl as it is. I think I would have went with something a little lighter, but the shawl itself is actually knit in a worsted weight. And it doesn't say what weight the tassels are. Oh, I guess it says worsted, but it looks a lot heavier than worsted to me. And I guess I'm kind of in the mood for light. Like, I want really, really light when I think summer. Let's see. There's another top that I really liked. It's definitely out of my comfort zone for what I like to knit. Let's see. Now this, Summer Skies by Fiona Ellis, this looks a lot like another sweater that is in the Interweave Knits that I reviewed last week. That one was done in purple, this one's done in blue. And I do kind of like the style. It's kind of got this like kind of vintage feel to it. The only thing I'm not super crazy about is the tie, which you might not need if you fit it right. Love the back. See if I can cover up the charts. The back of that sweater is very beautiful. I'm so sorry. My throat is so dry. Allergies have been bothering me to no end. There was a really neat article. It's called A Professional Knitter's Secret to Getting Things Done, with lots of little tips and tricks. I love articles like that because sometimes it makes you feel good, right? Like, oh yeah, I knew to do that. And other times you're like, oh, I wish I would have known that sooner, because I could have used that. This one is called At the Beach, also by Fiona Ellis. And I know probably part of it is the colors used, because they're so my colors. But I think it's cute. I think I would just omit the flower, because I'm just not a flowery person. But I thought that was super cute with the stripes and the pop of orange lace at the top. I liked that one. And that one calls for a DK weight, but it is in cotton. Then it's really, I guess I like this because I'm weaving right now. They do have a article called Warp Weft Shuttle Shed Weaving for Knitters. So it does show a ridged head loom and a zoom loom and some cute little projects, and gives you an article talking about it, how to pick yarn for it. And then there's the woven scrubby, which it looks like you basically just make some squares and then sew them together. Let's see. And like, I guess I can't show you this, although technically it's just how to make a zoom loom square, but I'll try to respect it. So it's a little scrubby, a little something else to do, because I know some people are like, besides making squares, what do you do with them? You can make a scrubby. They used Quince & Company Sparrow, which is 100% organic linen. It also kind of looks like a flower. And there was... I thought this was cute. It's called Little Sailor Boy by Kathy North. And it's cute. Little sailor boy sweater. I found out that my cousin is having a boy, so I get to knit little boy things. And then there is a little sailor girl. If she was having a girl, I'd have to knit this because I think that's adorable. So there's a girl and a boy option, and I like when they do that. Because sometimes they, you know, seem to favor girl stuff. And I totally get girls are more fun to knit for. I get it. Alright, I'm trying to find the picture of this one shawl I wanted to show you. Well, it is the cover shawl. Oh, there it is. The picture. It's A Midsummer's Night Dream by Iris Schreier, courtesy of TSC Art Yarn. Really pretty. It's on the cover. I love the colors. Those are totally my colors. My only little like qualm with this, because it's like a shawlette size, right? It's little. It's made out of DK yarn. And I just like, for me, for summer, I don't want a DK weight little shawlette. See if I can cover up the pattern to really show. So lots of like lacy type stuff. Oh, I love when they have the index. So I didn't show you all of it. Some of the stuff just really didn't knock my socks off. A lot of really plain, easy beginner stuff. I mean, not that I'm knocking that in any way. I love that stuff as well. But I'm past that. So for me, this was a little below my level here. I'll show you close-ups here of all the different patterns. So there's definitely like some color blocking and stuff, which I'm not a fan of. I like simple. I like clean lines. I like clean colors. I like very classic styles. That's just me. So, but I mean, like I said, if you're a beginner knitter, there's so many great beginner projects in here, especially lace. You know, I guess if you're a beginner lace knitter, starting off with a bit of a heavier yarn is a good thing. Because, you know, you try to dive in, especially on a lace weight project, it can be overwhelming, for sure. So this is Creative Knits Summer 2014. It is $6.99 in the US. It doesn't give any other prices. So, and it doesn't have any other publisher listed. So they might just knit under Creative Knitting. So this one is something I picked up mainly because of the articles and because I've never seen the magazine before. It's not something, I guess, that's popular in my area. So some of you have maybe seen this all over the place. Anyways, it's called Piecework. It is our 7th annual lace issue. It is put out by FW Media. It's $7.99 US, $9.99 Canada. So it says it is May, June 2014. So this piece of lace on the front is so gorgeous. I love lace. Love it, love it, love it. Now, I was not sure what to expect, but it is more than just knitting. So I don't know how much of this I would actually use, but everything in here is beautiful. So this is the Rachel Lace Shawl to Knit by Evelyn A. Clark. It says inspired by the preceding article. So I'll share more about the article. But it is a square shawl with kind of a feather and fanish edging. Very beautiful. I would totally knit that. Absolutely. Absolutely love it. I think, is that what's on the cover? Yes, that's what's on the cover. So then the preceding article is Invisible Lace Makers, the Needlework of Venetian Nuns. So, article, beautiful painting featured in it. And I love stuff like this. I love stuff with history. There is an article on needle tatting, which I did not know you could needle tat. I only know of like the shuttles, the little tatting shuttles, thanks to my friend Nancy. And there is an actual like tutorial on, says learning to needle tat. So while I have no desire to do it, it's really neat that they do include that because I didn't even know you could do it. So there is a needle tat. It doesn't give any instructions except down here. I'll cover this up. Needle tat for lace edging. I think there was something else. Needle tat. Maybe not. I love it's a family tradition, clones, lace, christening robe, and bonnet. I like the history of it, right? Like, the fact that somebody, at some point, does it say what time? It just says 20th century Ireland. Look at the detail, right? Oh, gorgeous. Like, somebody took the time to do this all by hand. There's the top of the christening robe and the bonnet. I mean, spectacular. I mean, like I said, I'm going to enjoy this for the pictures and the articles. And then it actually gives you the pattern. It's a christening bonnet to Irish crochet. So yeah, it's crochet. I definitely won't be making it. I can crochet, but I don't like to. Put a sweet little baby in the bonnet. So, super awesome. I'm like, that is a heck of a lot of work. I mean, it just blows me. The pattern is pages upon pages long. It does show you step by step how to put it together. I think I should show you the pictures. Cover up the words. Look at that. Step by step on how to piece it together. I mean, that's just, that's talent. I mean, pure and simple. And the fact that somebody would have the patience to do that blows my mind. Because I do not have, you know, the patience at all. Not even close. Victoria's passion, Queen Victoria's unremitting love for all things lace. I gotta love that. I love the Victorian era. I love lace. My mom had decorated our house growing up as very Victorian-esque. And so I've always just had a love for it. So there is a thing about lace making, I know, probably Bezel mission in India, 1839, 1914, pictures. I mean, this magazine is just really a little gem. If you enjoy especially the history of it. So then there is a little thing about shuttle tatting as well. A lace scarf to shuttle tat. So, and I guess there is a new book, New Tatting. So really cool. Really neat magazine if lace is your thing and you tat, whether it's needle tat, shuttle tat. If you like lace, there's crochet, there's knitting. So for a well-rounded crafter who does all things lace, or if you're looking for that heirloom piece like that baby bonnet, stunning. It's absolutely worth the $7.99. So those are the two that I reviewed this week. I'll have two more next week, and that's it for the things that I received from TNNA. So I guess that's it for all things knitting at the moment this week. So if you leave me now, I'll see you next week, and if you are sticking around for a slice of life, here we go. So these last few weeks I have struggled. Like, there's no denying it. There's no sugarcoating it. I have struggled. I have gained weight. I gained back a total of 8.3 pounds. So it slowly kind of crept on. 1 week I had a huge gain. Like, totally didn't see that coming. So this week I had a loss. I finally had a loss, and it was a decent loss. So it was 1.1. So I'm still down still up 7.2. But it was very encouraging. Like, I am ready to turn the corner. Like, I have been fighting back the blues hardcore. Like, it's so fun doing this. So I look forward to it, and I can be peppy and positive and bright and stuff, because that's how I'm feeling when I'm doing this. But, you know, during the week, especially in the evenings when maybe I've had a rough day or there's no good news that has come, it's kind of hard to not kind of sink into that place. So I kind of got up yesterday, because I weigh in on Tuesdays, and I'm like, I know I'm going to gain again, and I was just feeling very kind of down in the dumps about it. So when I got on that scale and I lost, I was like, holy crap, like, So it kind of gave me like this newfound energy. So I started the 30-day shred yesterday, which I'm so sore today and so stiff, it's not even funny. And then I went out and I was feeling so good, right? Like, I had this huge endorphin rush. So I went out and did like 3.4 something miles, 3.45 miles. And I just was like on this big endorphins high. And last summer I was so addicted to it. So addicted to exercising and working out and that feeling, that rush of just energy and just blood pumping through your veins. And I need to find that again. Maybe not to the extent I did last year, because at times I look back and I think I was really overdoing it. But I gotta find a balance. And we haven't heard anything back about the job. My husband went to interview. We should know something by the end of the week. So nervous, because I'm like, we need this. So we'll have to wait and find out. So it's I had my stomach all tied up in knots, right? Like, it has been a long week. And I really need to turn the corner. Like, I need to focus on trying a little harder. And so, what's that saying? The only difference between try and triumph is a little bit of oomph. So I need to give it a little bit of oomph, or a lot of bit of oomph. So, because I'm motivated, I don't want to, all I can think is, oh my God, if I keep this up, I'm gonna have to buy bigger pants. Because I've gotten rid of all my bigger pants, and I'm not buying bigger pants. Which is kind of how I got into all this, because I had gained so much weight. I needed to buy bigger pants again, and I'm like, not happening. So, it's just, like I said, finding balance again. Trying to not let the stress get to me, because it has got to me. And being an emotional eater, I immediately want to cram something in my pie hole. Just be like, hello donut, meat mouth. So, I mean, I'm human, right? Like, it's gonna fluctuate. There's gonna be highs and lows. But I really was starting to beat myself up over it. I was really just not feeling good about it. So, gotta try harder. Umph. So, that's really all that's been going on. Like I said, trying to just stay out of that bad place. Because it's not good. It's not good emotionally. It's not good physically, mentally. It's just not good at all. So, luckily I've had a really good support group between all you out there in Knitland, and the ladies at the knit shop have been awesome. My husband's really supportive, but he's dealing with his own things, and George just made this weird sound in his sleep, so if you heard some sort of weird sound, that was him, because he's sleeping right there. I can see him. Like I said, my husband has his own things to deal with, and I don't want to burden him with, like, my issues, although he's aware of them. He can totally tell, unlike anybody else, when there's something wrong. But still, I'm trying not to. I'm trying to stay positive, and, it's just when everything's quiet, the kids go to bed, and I'm kind of sitting there knitting or something, and it just kind of, it gets overwhelming. But we're not going to let that happen. Got to get some motivation and get out there and get fresh air, and the weather's getting nice, even though we did have a quick storm this morning. Yesterday, being out in the sunshine and the fresh air, it really helps your mood. It really helps clear the head and get back to it. Because I've learned, hard lesson, that it is too easy to slip back into old routines. You get overly confident, you think, I got this, and then something happens, and old habits die hard. Really hard. If at all. And I slipped back. Like, totally turned to food as my crutch. Because that's exactly what it is. So, it's just the honest of it. But I keep telling myself, I'm like, I leave for Zombie Knitpocalypse 4 weeks from today. Because I am coming in, I'll get there late Wednesday afternoon till early Wednesday evening. My flight did get bumped a little later, so I'll be getting in about an hour later than I originally was, which I was so bummed. I'm like, don't they know they're cutting into retreat time? Hello? But I should still be there, like I said, late afternoon, early evening, about dinner time. So excited to see everybody again and to meet new people, and I get to see Steve, Mr. Dramatic Knits. So excited. I'm like, Steve, you're getting a bear hug. Whether you like it or not, whether you want it or not, it's a coming. So super excited, because it's, like I said, you get to see all your friends and all the new friends from last year and make more new friends and meet people that you've been wanting to meet in person that, you just haven't had the opportunity to due to distance. So, super excited. 4 weeks. But that's also motivation of, I'm vending at the designer showcase, I am doing a class, and I have to get up in front of people. And of course I want to look the best that I can, right? Like, it's kind of that extra kick in the butt of, you have 4 weeks to do your best and eat right and look the best you can, because all eyes are going to be on you. That's how, like, I was last year with it, and it helped motivate me. So now that there's 4 weeks, 28 days till I leave. It's called Get Your Rear End in Gear. So all of you that are coming, super excited to see you. For those that can't come again this year, I will miss you. And then those who can't come at all, I will miss you as well. So I will be, super excited. I am going to the Great Lakes Fiber Show in Worcester, Ohio this weekend. I will be there Saturday morning. So if you see me, please don't be afraid to come up to me, because I don't know everybody. Not everybody has pictures on their Ravatar. Some people don't look like the pictures on the Ravatar anymore because they're old pictures. So if you see me, please come out and say hi. I'm super friendly and happy to meet anybody who wants to meet me. And so yeah, super excited about that. Was kind of up in the air. Was planning on going, and then kind of not planning on going, and then planning on going again. So it's definite. I will be there Saturday morning. So that is May 24th. Worcester. It's at the fairgrounds. Stop in, say hi. Hopefully I'll find something good. I won't have a lot to spend, but I have like something I'm going to be looking for. Let's hope I can find it. So that's it for me this week. I am Jenna, also known as RetroLemon. I am RetroLemon on Ravelry, Plurk, although I don't really plurk anymore. Twitter, I don't really tweet anymore. Instagram, Fitbit, Weight Watchers. Did I say Ravelry? Because Ravelry, of course. That should have been the first thing I said. Anyways, till next week. I will see you then.